Hey, we are playing Guild Wars 2 and I am in my homestead continuing the decorations which I've been doing for a while now. So I'll share some of the previous videos in the description so you can check it out. But for now, let's continue where we left off. Easiest mode will be to enter decoration mode and become a bee. So you can just fly around all over the place. I've got a bunch of new decorations created, ready to go. So the first thing we're going to do is this one, because I wanted to just put an opposite for this. So let's get that over and done with. I've not bought nodes yet. Those require black line tickets, which I'll get in the future. So for now... Oh, I almost forgot. Well, let's keep the pot. I kind of like that. So let me just get this one out as well. Are they on the same queue? Yes, they are. So that's these two done. Has a nice little spooky, sharp vibe over there going on. And I always liked these plants. I used to have them growing up. Now they just die in my apartment. Anyway, the next thing I wanted to show you were these, the jack-o'-lanterns. I've got one pumpkin there, but I really want to add this little creepy little one right over here. Where we've got a little Beetlejuice kind of a creep thing going on. So I really want to add this one here. I've been keeping my eye on this. And it really doesn't get bigger than this. Also, we are playing with our new graphics card, the DLSS 3 powered GeForce RTX 4060 Galaxy White. It's 8GB, but it is a great initial upgrade from my Quadro 4000, and it is giving me an amazing gameplay performance going on over here. The beautiful texturization, the way the world feels and looks, even when I'm on my dragon here. I mean, it was like this earlier as well, but somehow I feel the textures are richer this time round. Anyway, on to the bee again. I already have my spooky cauldron there. It's more of a ritual space where I've got this little cultist kind of a hideaway, which will also serve as a library, and they can just push people in here as a ritual sacrifice to that great werewood tree or whatever. So I think it'll be nice if instead of bringing the victims from there, the priest officiates, the high priestess or something, and we bring these staircases from the side just like they showed in the Lion's Arch version of this decoration item. I'll make it big and I'll take it down. Not really, but almost there. Yeah. I wanted to align with this because it'll look more like it's hooked in place. Has a little nifty little practicality kind of a feel there. So it almost feels like it's very hooked up in a way. That's one. I like the way it floats like that. And then now for the next one. Same methodology. Take it down a notch. Rotate it a tad more. And we have our cinch in place. Feel. So this has a more ritualistic feel, as you can see, with the sacrifices being brought up here. Men on this side, women on this side, or whatever. And they can be thrown in. Kind of a Halloween-y vibe. Sorry, I sound very natural saying that. It's just that when you see enough horror movies, these things don't quite make you feel shocked. Before we enter on the inside, I have been meaning to add a scarecrow to the farm. Now I can either take it to the cornfield, which is over there, which is where I want it. It has a classic vibe. Or I was thinking somewhere in that forest out yonder, but nobody will see it. So I'm just going to take it to the cornfield here until we get the nodes, you know. It'll be nice to have a little scarecrow in the most classic place you can find them. I wish it grew much bigger than that. But it's nice for now with the wind going through like that. It really has a very beautiful effect. Very Stephen King, very 80s horror. Anyway, now this is a normal pumpkin, so I wanted to leave it here like it's actually growing from the weld area, but I've got two jack-o'-lanterns which I really want to place over here. One on the outside, inviting in, or maybe we can just place a couple of them over here on these two stands until I get my nodes. Inside the house in the future I'll buy more. Make more rather. Over here usually you'll have barbecued food, so I really don't want to bring a pumpkin to that party. So let's see how our two little pumpkins, one pumpkin rather, fares. It grows to a nice beautiful size too, which is what makes me want to put it somewhere here. The vines have it. I can put it up there to create the Halloween vibe. I don't want to put it anywhere else. It's too far away. I can put it up here. To create that nice Halloween vibe. And that is a pumpkin facing up there. So maybe like a roasted pumpkin kind of a thing. And it has a nice orange vibe there. The smoke going through it. The demon head at the back. I think it really fits here. Even though it's a little unconventional. Now, I've been wanting to put this up. I need another two more. But for now, let me just put it up for the sake of the Halloween decor at least. It's a gigantic one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it unfurl there. Because I've got one giant decor there. And I'm going to bring another one in the future there. Another one in the future there. And that promontory. And I want this. I can make it nice and small. I can curl it around the house. Curl it around the rooftop here. But it'll just be too crowded. We can try curling it up this tree, a very Adam and Eve kind of a thing. So maybe I'll try that for now. Like the tree has got kind of a spine to it. Yeah, I don't want it to be too clingy, just a little bit, to give it that effect which I'm looking for. There we go. And now, if I take the next one, which I've got, and again do the same thing I did as before. This time taking it up here. So it almost feels like the creature was climbing. So that it almost feels like the creature was twisting and climbing. You can never make head or tail of this, really, pun intended. Yeah, something like this. So it feels like the tree had some kind of a creature that died here. I think for now it can just be like this. Once I get the other two pieces, I might know more as to what I can do with this. But for the time being, it creates a nice alien effect. Right over here. Maybe an indicator of two snakes climbing, but then I don't know. I don't know. Probably will tweak it a bit later. The branches are getting in the way. These branches, for instance. Otherwise I would just put this on top. I don't want it to go through the thing there. There it is. Attaché right there. So it feels like the snake was climbing. When its spine or something broke. We've got this nice tree huggy. Maybe make it slightly smaller. I like the really big version, but I really have to make this smaller. So it'll create that feel. The animals are restless. Even this, I can make it just a tad smaller, sacrificing size but getting the quality I need. Just a notch, so it looks like it's actually there, climbing the tree with the base of the snake here. There we go. So we've got a nice little curvy thing. If that branch wasn't there, I'd have pushed him in a little bit more. But for now, the tree looks like it's got a spine growing in one side of it, and it really looks gorgeous. Maybe I'll make more of these and I'll put a giant dinosaur fossil over there in the future. But for today's Halloween decoration, that will suffice. Now the next one we're going to do are the two jack-o'-lanterns, which I've been absolutely wanting to put on that damn bridge. So let's see how it looks first. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Me likey. Alright. I was worried about this. Let me first align it. For the sake of realism, that's gonna have to be just right. I have what I need, but it's just not aligning. I wanted to feel aligned. Maybe a little less. There we go! So it actually looks like it's attached to the poles. That's on this side. Because I don't want it to be too impossible, too floaty. Now for the next. Alrighty then. Another same process. Until I can bring it up to speed. There we go. I do not want it to be too perfect. It should look like it's actually been hung by something. So I think at night time this area will really come alive. And I think I'll buy a few more and I'll add another layer here, so it has a nice feel to it. But for that layer I've got the bat lanterns. I don't want to add it outside. I'm going to take it to my bedroom, because I really like bats, and I would like to add it somewhere here. Let's see. Oh, they move. That's gorgeous. Alright. I'm gonna add it right over here on that beam. Yeah. Or maybe just between those two beams, because this one is blocking everything. I want it to be above the bed. I want them to be a little big as well. Yeah, something like that. So it has a nice little spooky vibe, which I really like. Maybe just a little higher. And yeah, attached. Not quite attached. Which means make it slightly bigger. He's nicely attached there. So he's attached there. I need this guy to be attached there as well. There. There we go, 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 there we go. Let's not do anything. It's perfect, it's perfect, it's perfect. And put it up. Yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, they make noises. Oh my god, I like that. So you've got the two bats here, the two there, and the one there. It's more than enough. It looks absolutely beautiful. Just a decoration piece, not even a real bat. But I just love that effect. It's the sound, the chirping. Absolutely fantastical. Maybe I might put more of them in another place, because those decorations are timeless, really beautiful. Maybe hang some of them on the tree here. I wish we could entwine them. Anyway. And now we have got the chandelier. We're going into the house for this. Again. And I've been wanting to hang one right over here. In the main entryway. I wish they had a beam here. Doesn't make sense to just hang it for no reason. Then I'll just add it here. Over the dining table. Because this seems to be the only place. It's a little too big. Just gonna do that until I get the angle just right. Those are fireworks going off for Diwali celebrations here in India. Maybe a little bit smaller, because this is a very cozy and kind of sophisticated space, and I don't want it to look very cheesy or corny in somewhere. So he's in the center here. He is in the center here as well, and I'm just gonna hit OK. Now the last one's gonna be a table. I want to replace this one with the table I've got. So let me just get this table out of the way. He perfectly lines up also with a side table buffet kind of a thing there. So let me leave that. Now, and the same thing on this side. There we go. I'll put some food up there later. Now for this. This little ghostly table. I like the way it floats like that. There are even chairs that float. So I'm going to align it in such a way never mind the food. That it moves like that. I think I'll escape B mode for this one. There we are. I really wanted to have that effect. The other table was just boring in comparison. Since it's a ghostly table, it's attached to the floor, but it's still rocking about like that. So I kind of like that feel. And all the food can be floating as well. And then there are spectral chairs as well. So I'll be replacing these with the chairs that float. So everything in here is floating. I think we can have a little bit of a magical realism kind of a feel going on here. Yeah. Until that time, let me just dig him in. So it looks like it's half sinking into the floor, like it came out from the basement. Rather like a Japanese game show where the floor keeps turning. I think the people might need to play around with the food. Anyway. Has a nice spooky effect as well, which I really like. I think I'll align this one just right. I'll align him. Just right. I'll align the fishy. Just right. So it has a very ship moving kind of a vibe without really giving off that vibe. Yeah, there we go. A little magical realism never hurt anyone. Yeah. So it has a nice feel there. I'll just put up some foods and stuff there. Or maybe I'll just move this guy altogether to the soup zone. And I'll do the same for this. Because I'll tell you why. This guy can be enlarged. Like that. And you'll have more space on a spooky table like this. And if I get another spooky table, move this chair a little bit at the back, make them float as well, make these move the back float as well, and put 2 spooky tables here, I can enlarge them even more, and it'll create a nice big Halloween Kodan feast kind of a feel. Anyway, that I'll be doing in the next. So all of them have been placed. This is the next set of decorations going on here. A nice little spooky table. Move the other 2 tables to the side to place the food there. Beautiful bat lanterns with chirping sounds. Halloween lanterns on the bridge. 2 more layers will be needed. 1, 2, 1, 2. A nice ribcage snake climbing the tree, giant prehistoric snake climbing the tree, or it could also be the tree itself has got spines kind of a feel. 2 skewered steps going up over here. A nice little jack-o'-lantern, roasted jack-o'-lantern effect going on there. 1 more palm tree over here to create symmetry, and this amazing little ferny, Beetlejuicy jack-o'-lantern over here. That's the next phase of our decorations complete. Awaiting more in the future. Happy Halloween, everybody.